Hello, YouTube. I'm Vince White. I'm an employment attorney, and talking about Billy D today. Billy de Blasio, the lame duck mayor of New York City. For those of you who don't know, and popularly thought of as the least popular mayor in New York City history. Many may recall his presidential run, during which he garnered so little of the vote that when a reporter asked his wife why he was running, she said, "I don't know. I couldn't tell you." He rolled out. He rolled out today a vaccine mandate for all private employers within New York City to begin on December 27th of this year, 2021, and it will be honoring at least medical and religious exemptions. He said he was doing this because the Omicron variant was coming. Of course, that doesn't really seem in line with the science because it is my understanding that 100% of the Omicron variant cases that were found on flights into the United States from the testing, 100% of those cases were people who had received their vaccine already. So, of course, it makes sense that we would be mandating a vaccine before we have any data on the efficacy of that vaccine with this new variant. We are, of course, still using a vaccine that was constituted for the alpha and beta strains of COVID. We are, of course, now dealing with a variety of additional strains, including Delta, which has a fairly good track record of beating the vaccine in terms of transmissibility, and the Omicron variant, who's apparently got some kind of special spike protein that makes it potentially very likely to not be impeded by the vaccine in terms, again, of transmissibility, not in terms of the severity of symptoms. The severity of symptoms, according to Dr. Fauci, with Omicron, the data seems heartening, he says. I don't usually take the doctor's statements at face value. He's given a lot of inaccurate information to the public in the past. But here he seems, I don't really see why he'd lie, is what I guess I'll say. I don't see why he'd lie here. So we'll see. New York City, of course, vastly changed city by the pandemic. We're not too sure what the future of the city is anymore. So interesting to see this mandate play out. People were saying that this is something that Blasio is doing to make himself a sacrificial lamb for future mayor Eric Adams. That's not the de Blasio I know. Those two don't really get along. Famously, I seem to remember a press conference where Eric Adams actually grabbed a microphone out of Bill de Blasio's hands forcefully to shut him up. But that's just my memory. Maybe I misremember it. More likely, I think this is something Bill de Blasio thought he could do as a lame duck mayor to revitalize his political career, which is functionally shot. He has said he would like to run for governor in New York State. He is one of the least popular politicians in all of New York State. It's actually mind-boggling that they got Cuomo out before de Blasio. I was no fan of Cuomo, and Cuomo did some very bad things, but he was certainly more competent at running a state entity than Bill de Blasio was. He also, he was also more aggressive and apparently a sexual predator of sorts. So, listen, not a good guy by any stretch. I'm just saying, slightly more competent than Bill de Blasio. And I think that's really what's going on here. Because it doesn't seem to be in line with the science. It doesn't seem to be waiting for data and letting the data and letting the science guide your actions. That seems to be something we have left in the dirt here. But that's New York City in 2021. We don't really care about the science. We're just we're doing things. We hope they work out. Good luck, everybody. Stay safe out there. Like and subscribe. And to the person who said I had a gift of chit chat recently, thank you. It was really nice of you to say that. Your comments help our channel. I appreciate those. And please please, everyone, comment down below. Always thrilled to have a conversation, thrilled to talk things out. I love to hear when you agree. I love to hear when you disagree. I got no problem with that. Take care, everybody.